Hello everyone, welcome back. So today we're going to be playing Anivia, and I'll be facing off against the Elder Dragon adventure from the Titans of Runeterra campaign. I definitely didn't get enough rewards on Anivia from the event pass and the other adventures in order to get her to a high star rating. So I guess we're going to have to do this with her only at 3 stars. I still did manage to get some of the minor rewards though, so hopefully those get us through this adventure. I feel like we're going to struggle a bit, however, because we won't be able to drop down Anivia on turn 1. I'm going to be taking the Grand General's counter plan because I feel like getting a harsh winds off every turn is going to be incredibly relevant in order to stay alive and to ramp, because it's an elemental spell. So we get 1 extra mana from the Winter's Moon. And then I'm also taking the Guardian Angel. So we have 1 extra revive, and we get more Anivias this way. So when Anivia dies, we get to another Anivia. Hopefully that game plan works out for us. Dragon's Rage, Disarmed, Quick Draw. Quick Draw can work to make it so we play an Anivia turn 1. Honestly, yeah, that will have to do it. I feel like we definitely need to get Anivia down turn 1 so we can start ramping up using her attack effect. And then we get more Anivias because we will... she will die and then she'll turn into an egg. And then we get an Anivia off of that. Or at least I think it works that way. I hope I'm not wrong. Really? No blocks from the opponent. I was fully expecting him to take the trade onto the Anivia. But that might just be even better for us. Because now we can just block wherever with the Anivia and then we frostbite the other 2 units. Or the opponent blocks for us. That also works. Next turn... okay, yeah, it works the way I expected. We just get an Anivia because of that. And then this turn we just play an elemental spell or skill, like, for example, the Flamecaller's Caprin summon effect. And because of that we get even more Anivias. Though this Anivia is not going to go ahead and wake up. Maybe we don't need her to wake up. Maybe we'll just offer her to the opponent like this. So that we get an additional Anivia. Let's deny... we want to deny the healing. I think it might be important to deny the healing. This also makes it so that unit takes a bunch of damage. We don't get the Anivia off, or the Agnivia off, but it's fine. This deals 8 to everything, so it's not enough to kill either one of those 2. We are generating a bit too many Anivias. Something that would give us spell mana might be beneficial. Let's pass. We can just frostbite all of the opponent's units here with double harsh winds. So our health total is not a threat at all. In fact, we can even do this in order to deal a bunch of damage to the opponent's units. And we'll go for the Clash of Giants. I think we need the board presence in order to close out this game. Because as we've seen, we've reached the point where we're just stalling the opponent forever. Might be worth it to go for the flame color Caprin, just so we have a full board. It also deals with the Solaris shield better. Really? I figured the opponent would want to use all of his gems. Turns out I was wrong. Would be nice if I could give my units overwhelm. Especially when we reach this point in the game where my units are all very large. Unfortunately, my Anivias don't say which one has already been or which one has had its Guardian Angel procced, so I'm left guessing, which is a bit annoying. The opponent might go for a big attack here. Or at least they'll try. Let's see if it pays off for him. Ah, a lifesteal unit. Wait, really? I thought for sure the opponent was going to attack with his lifesteal unit. Guess I was wrong. Well, I'm pretty sure this is enough to close out the game. We deal 6, so we only need to get 2 to the Nexus, and we managed to do that just fine. Ooh. Things we definitely need. Maybe a way to cast the Harsh Winds for cheaper. So we definitely want something that shuffles more cards into the deck, because the Harsh Winds just trades 1 for 1. We shuffle a Anivia back into the deck, but then we draw 1. So that's not good. None of these are that great. Succumb to the cold. I guess. It's another frostbite effect, so it can't be that bad. I would prefer some larger units, however, because our 6+ cost units have Anivia's effect. Really? Am I really not going to be offered any large units? I kind of want to go for another reroll just because of that. Let's go for it. You've got to be kidding me. All of this is absolutely atrocious. I'm going to use my last reroll. And I get nothing decent. I suppose I'll take the Shen just because the Spirit's Refuge is a good card. But I'm not happy about the way things turned out so far. All of those rerolls absolutely wasted because we couldn't hit a single champion that cost more than 5 mana. Let's reroll all of these. I'll keep the Shen just to increase my odds of drawing an Anivia. Of course we don't draw Anivia. Why would we need to draw Anivia? It's not like our entire game plan revolves around attacking a bunch of times with Anivia to proc the Anivia's frostbite effect or anything.
So I go.
Well, at least it appears the opponent also had a slow start, so things could be worse. Never mind, things are worse. I am going to be forced to take a 17 damage here. Hopefully I can use the Spirit's Refuge to get it back. That's a harsh winds. Unfortunately, frostbites don't really work that well against units that have formidable.
The eye of twilight sees all. It must be done.
Let's try to soften up the opponent's units a bit, perhaps. I think I have to go for the wings of the Cryo Phoenix here. Actually, by casting that on 9 mana, we don't take any damage because we go ramp up to 10. Good to know. Let's try to soften up some of the opponent's board. The better side chargers won't take any damage, however. Well, at least we can do this. We can protect the Shen. This is not as elemental, yeah. Let's get the Mage Seeker, Lord Eldred. It will help increase our longevity by giving our Nexus stuff. Any day now I'll get an Anivia. Any day now. We don't get an Anivia, but at least we managed to remove the opponent's the card he drew this turn. So, small victories. Also, we managed to make it so the units he has on board are not that threatening. Oh, Balin. Definitely want to get rid of that. He only attacks with one. Could be worse. That way he doesn't get that many buffs off. Finally, an Anivia. About time you showed up. Now I'm pretty sure I just win. Because the opponent just won't have enough to survive a constant assault of 2 damage and infinite units, I suppose. Let's save our mana. Next turn we're going to go for Clash of Giants. That's fine. Ooh, a unit that's not formidable. Now our frostbites actually do something. Succumb to cold. We'll just soften that up. Next turn I'm going to go for the Spirit's Refuge on the Mage Seeker Lord Eldred. And hope that the opponent doesn't make the attack fizzle, so we can go back to full HP. Okay, good, he doesn't make the attack fizzle. So that's the best outcome we could have hoped for, at least considering we didn't get a Navy on the first turn. Now we just kill the opponent with decimates off of the Captain Farron. So we didn't high roll in the beginning, but we definitely high rolled in the end by getting the one unit that would give us burn to close out the game. The next encounter, however, is going to be a bit of a problem. Of course, the one time I get a unit that costs 6+, it's a champion, so it messes up with our pull of the Anivian at the start of the game. Still the seeds, I suppose. But I'm not happy about it. I definitely need the extra rerolls. I need to buy a couple here. Just to make it so I have a shot at you know, getting something decent off of the future shops and the reward brackets or nodes, whatever they're called. Let's try to get an Anivia, shall we? Okay, good. We got an Anivia down nice and early. We can play her. We can go ahead and attack right away. The opponent just summons a massive overwhelm unit. I am incredibly concerned, especially because he decides not to block with his massive overwhelm unit, so I don't kill, so the Anivia doesn't die and I get a free copy of her. But it's fine. It's no longer fine. Let's go Feral Mystic Anivia's Harsh Winds. It fills out our curve nicely. Bop. Bop. Anivia finally dies. That's good. Let's block the 9 attack unit. And we only take 9. Okay. The Grand General's counter plan is definitely paying off. All of the extra frostbite effects, or all of the extra frostbite effects, yeah, are really beneficial. The Agnivia is not going to revive here. But I can go Feral Mystic, let the opponent play something. Deal 24 to unit daybreak, instead silence it this round, then deal 24 to it. So no free Anivia for me, and I can't even go for Spirit's Refuge because it's going to, the Anivia is going to be silenced. That's a bummer. I guess we'll go 2 into 4. Next turn we get an Anivia anyway.
The eye of twilight sees all.
Okay, that's good. The opponent decides to trade one of his units. Can chump block most of the opponent's units next turn. We can frostbite the 19 attack unit or the 19 attack overwhelm unit. That's fine. Let's go for 5 into another 5. Doesn't really do much of anything other than set up so that we can deal 1 damage with the Bone Scryers.
Understood.
It's still decent enough, I suppose. Game? Please don't crash on me. There we go. We are surviving. And we are printing more Anivias. Maybe it would be interesting to go Guardian Angel Winter's Orb or whatever it's called to get more epic items on my units. But I feel like it's too much. That's too much of a pipe dream because of how fickle and niche it actually is. It's not every time that we can kill our Anivia off and revive her. We actually get 3 Anivias off of this. We're gonna go infinite Anivias. And 2 of the opponent's units do survive. I suppose they're rather resilient. Oh, that's a high roll. We can go for Cosmic Inspiration on our unit. Just further increase the stats they do have. If the opponent decides to not attack here, I suppose. Even if he does attack here, I still have spare mana to go for Harsh Winds. So we're fine. And just do this, deny him the healing and the damage. Eventually, I mean, he's already out of resources, so it's only a matter of time until the Anivias just kill him. In fact, I can go Wings of the Cryo Phoenix here, just to clear the board up, further buff my unit. I could definitely use... Oh, I accidentally pressed past the turn. It's fine, it's just an additional turn this game is going to take. It's not like he's going to be able to pull off a victory by getting an additional turn. Not with the game in this state. At least I don't think so. No, opponent, stop that. No healing for you. He now has blockers though. So this will not actually deal as much damage as I hope for. Oh, it actually still dealt enough damage. Oh, my units are massive after all. Okay. I blundered a little bit, but we still managed to pull off the victory, and we're going back to full health after this encounter because of our regeneration. So things are still looking well for us. Even if we haven't been getting like UE for hitting of large units to get more elemental procs. Sure, it's a card that's already in my deck. So it's a decent hit. Let's go for a shop. Crystal Arrow, they do who endure. Whoosh. Let's roll here. Phantom Pranks, okay, that's definitely good with our game plan of just tossing Anivias into the grinder. And this is a 6/6 worst case scenario. 6 mana 6/6 play, deal 2 damage to all units. I think we need a higher I think we want higher value units than the They Who Endure. Let's just move on. And here we're going to cut the Sow the Seeds probably. It did give us a decent card last encounter, but it's not really that synergistic with our game plan of just stalling out the game and then start building up board. Am I really going to toss the Anivia? The thing is we want the Anivia off of the quick draw so we can play her right away. Oh, it feels bad. So I guess I'll keep the Feral Mystics just in case I need some jump blocker. Okay, at least we got the Harsh Winds anyway. And we got Anivia anyway, just like I wanted, perfect. Let's hope the opponent doesn't have enough for a removal on Anivia, alongside the unit he just summoned here.
I bring the storm. Rend the skies.
Really? Not blocking the Anivia. That is definitely a choice.
We won't be caught unaware.
Just like wasting your rally is also a choice. Let's pass the priority back. Let him do whatever. That's very nice actually. The fact that he led with a Stripping Strike means I can get max value off of the Harsh Winds. Anivia dies here, we get another Anivia back alongside the egg. Can go for the Feral Mystic, I suppose. Now I have 2 Harsh Winds. I can level up Anivia here. I'll go 4 into 5. I need to keep the mana open for the Frostbite at all times. At least against this deck that has rallies and strike spells. That's alright. Let's keep the spare mana open for the Frostbite. And you know what? Let's hold back on attacking with my units. Just because I want the unit to grow.
There are none like me.
Okay, for a singular mana, I doubt he has anything he can do to us. Let's just drop down Key Guardian and then Feral Mystic that gets rid of one of the opponent's cards. Gives us 1 card and develops a good unit onto the board.
A new era begins.
And now we just have infinite Anivias.
I spotted something.
It's fine. He will get another Strafing Strike.
I protect this place.
This gives us Anivias, okay, that's good. We can block this here.
I will endure.
I just want to do this here. And this here. We don't really mind this Anivia not dying because it's not going to be the one that's going to generate an additional Anivia. This attack fizzles. And now, what do we do? The opponent still has 8 mana, but they still have options, especially the Strafing Strike, so I need to keep my spell mana open, yep. But him killing that Anivia is not important, even if we don't really benefit from getting a free Anivia and a free Agnivia. So it stops the chain of Anivias. I think 3 Anivias are more than enough. That, however, is a problem. One I wasn't prepared to deal with. Actually, even if I wasn't prepared to deal with that, I'm still able to deal with it because I have 5 mana open and a Frostbite spell. So I can just do this. Next turn we attack with all of my Anivias. We're going to buff my board up by a bunch. We're no longer drawing any cards from our deck. But I don't think we need to. We can win with the cards we have in the hand. If I were to get an epic Relic on Anivia, I would definitely get the one that gives units everywhere Overwhelm. Beast Within, I think it's called. So that way, when you reach this state in the game, you can just attack and guarantee damage onto the opponent's Nexus no matter what. Okay, he's wasting all of his final resources. So unfortunately for the opponent, there's no way he is able to achieve victory by now. Can you just attack into me? Okay, he's not going to attack into me. I wanted him to attack so I could at the very least clear the board so I could strike with more units. But he didn't want that. Instead he wants to stall out the game for a bunch of turns. Really make me work for the victory. Keep the mana open for the harsh winds. If none of my units are going to die here anyway, I might as well. Eventually this Feral Mystic is going to get through. So we're playing for that. Oh. I'll lose breath, deal 412 units, then do it again. Okay. That hurts you more than it hurts me. You just ended up clearing your own board.
Never again will we fall to dragon
I
fire.
suppose he might want to attack here. Maybe not, maybe he doesn't want to attack here. I have no idea what the opponent's doing. I guess he's just stalling for time, trying to find a card that prevents him from dying. I mean, if you want to waste my time by not letting me win, go ahead. I would be perfectly fine just glacial storming your Nexus down.
I will be reborn.
Fortunately, I don't have to do that. That would take way too long.
The cycle is complete.
Now, can we get something? Oh, perfect. Great club on Anivia. Now we don't have to spend 20 turns trying to win the game. Anivia is just going to allow us to close things out that much easier. And Spell Slinger. Yeah, let's pick up the Spell Slinger. That might change the breakpoints on the Harsh Winds a little bit. It might mean we can go for more than 2 per turn. Maybe you can squeeze in a third one if we save spell mana from one turn to the other. Let's toss everything. Please hit an Anivia off of the Hero's Welcome. Perfect. My main concern is definitely the opponent stunning or otherwise messing with my Anivia. So yeah, I'm going to let him do whatever he wants. Let him play something and then I go for Anivia. Yeah, that's perfect. I'll just do this.
Endless cold.
He lets Anivia hit. I was not expecting that. They really don't like blocking the Anivia. Makes sense because it's a wasted block, but still. Okay. Let's hope the opponent attacks with this board.
Is on the wind.
Never mind. This changes things up. Now I have to pull the trigger on the Harsh Winds.
The chill before the storm.
I was about... if the opponent didn't play the bounce, I could have played things a little bit differently. But since he did play the bounce, I have to do things like this. Try and minimize the amount of damage I take here. And let's do that. Okay, that's still fine. I'm still mitigating a lot of damage here.
Winter.
Okay, him overriding his unit's not the worst thing. I did take 25 damage here though. That might be a problem. I would like to go double Wings of the Cryo Phoenix, but I don't think I can. Let's try to bait stuff out with this Crystalline Raptor. Maybe that baits stuns or bounce effects from the opponent. If he has another Wing Stinger, I just lose, so let's try to
Is our time.
play like the Wind Singer doesn't exist, except it does, it always does. Well, I'm dying here.
Begins.
I'm dying here, but maybe not, because he decided to go for a unit.
Spirit of winter awakens.
Maybe I can frostbite stuff. Never mind, it hits the divine draft, so even if I frostbite, I die to the overwhelm unit.
I protect this place.
Yep, it's over.
Brace
Fortunately, I have a bunch of revives. I think, considering I'm taking Guardian Angel, I have an additional 2 or 3. So I can try this encounter many times. If I went ahead and instead of playing Anivia, I played the Wings of the Cryo Phoenix, I would have been able to clear the opponent's entire board. But then again, the only way I do die there is if he has the additional Windsinger or whatever it's called to bounce my Anivia back to hand. So it was a misplay, but it's not like I had better options. And now I don't get Anivia, so I'm just screwed no matter what.
The eye
Great.
of twilight sees all.
Well, at least this sets up so that I can kill... Never mind, I was about to say it sets up so I can kill that thing with the Crystalline Storm Raptor. But never mind, the opponent just hit Ocean Soul off of the Cloud Drake. So my entire game plan goes to waste. Well, I'm just going to pass everything. I'm going to frostbite the opponent's units with the Harsh Winds and the Succumb to Cold, in order to try and prevent as much damage as possible. This is ramping us, so it's not like it's terrible.
Jana, I answer.
Okay. Eventually the opponent's going to run out of resources, right? I mean, he's almost out of resources. And we hit Anivia. Let's play the Anivia.
storm approaches.
See what he does. Okay, killing the Anivia is not terrible for me, actually. Especially considering I can go Flame Color Caprin to revive the or to level up the Anivia.
New era begins.
We can start chipping away at the opponent's self total
The storm.
or the opponent's board. He might have removal.
Time to reflect.
If he has, I'm going to be upset. Okay, he doesn't. He's saving up a bunch of spellmen instead.
A new era begins.
Why are you doing that? That's just a waste. You have a full board. Well, don't mind if I do. 4, 8, 10. I have to hold back. I need to play the Harsh Winds on the opponent's unit. Okay, that one is going to give me a free Anivia, so I don't frostbite that one. Let's frostbite the Overwhelm unit.
The chill before the storm.
Let's block there
Behold my true nature.
and there.
I protect this place.
And then we frostbite this here.
Born could see me now.
And just in case I have the Succumb to Cold, if I need to frostbite anything else. Okay, it's fine. We take the 8, but it's fine because the Anivia revives.
Tomorrow we rise anew.
Oh. I guess leveled up Anivias count as a different Anivia? For the sake of the Guardian Angel? I guess. That's interesting to know.
This
Well, now the opponent's board is going to take just 2 times 4, 8 damage from the Anivias,
Gorgeous chain.
and everything is going to get +4/+4.
Flame with frost revive.
Yeah. No way the opponent will be able to keep up with this at this point. I mean, he can try by just bouncing an Anivias back to hand and whatnot. But it might not be enough. The unfortunate part is definitely the fact that I burned the what's it called? The Spirit's Refuge, so I don't get any healing from it. But it could be worse. We have stabilized. It's not like the opponent can deal with my board. There goes the flame color Caprin. Unless I buff it out of range.
The chill before the storm.
Like that. Nice. Now we might want to pull it with the Yon Wind Chaser. It doesn't. Instead chooses to try and kill the Anivia.
Frost revive.
Not sure that's really what he might want. Ooh, Spirit's Refuge. So we're going back up to full health anyway. Nice. Commander Letters, sure. Doesn't matter. The opponent's dying here.
Born could see me now. What flame widow
Okay,
revive.
that was a little bit troublesome. We did end up losing our revive. But we're going back up to full health here. And I'm pretty sure we have a favorable matchup against the Bodir of Blackened Ice because we can just call out most of the stuff he's doing. So I think we're in a good position. I think we can pull off a victory here. At least in this campaign. Interesting Lure, Invocation of Thunder. On Scryer. Let's pick up the Interesting Lure. I already have too much card draw. But it's a card that's already in my deck. Ooh, Frost Spikes Anivia. I definitely want that. 1 extra mana on summon is going to go a long way for us. Chilling Prophecy, nope. Memory Game, nope as well. It's a bit of a shame that I used the power reroll there. Let's reroll yet again. Of course it rerolls back into Chilling Prophecy. I don't want Frostguard Trolls, I don't need them. None of these are elementals, so that's a complete bust. Oh well. Now, the only situation where Bodir screws us is if he captures my Anivia right away. So I need to either pass the turn to him until he doesn't have enough mana to go for Bodir of Blackened Ice. Or I don't get an Anivia on the first turn, that also helps. How screwed am I? Very.
The eye of twilight sees all.
Well, at least I'll be able to go for Succumb. No, I won't. I was about to say, ooh, at least I will be able to go for Succumb to Cold on the Bodir, so I don't take too much damage. Never mind. Never mind that. Let's Succumb to Cold there. That's an Anivia. None of the opponent's units have Overwhelm, so let's just go for it.
Your time of need. Strike them down.
That gets rid of the Bodir.
Promise.
Really? That's exactly what I want, opponent. I can level up Anivia this turn. He has 2 Frostguard Trolls though. I don't think I care. can just attack with Anivia.
Snow, wind,
That's
and
what
ice.
I'm going to do.
This is our time.
If he blocks, it's fine. I get an Anivia back. Yep.
A world in perfect stillness.
He now needs to start overriding his own units in order to capture my Anivias or do any sort of meaningful things. Which he won't because he's kind of a dum-dum. Let's go Shen into Wings of the Cryo Phoenix.
The winds of
Just try and bait the opponent into playing more stuff so that we get maximum value off of the Wings of the Cryo Phoenix.
given all.
What screws us? Buried in Ice and more Bowdeers. Like that. Well, at least it doesn't get full value off of the Bowdeers. I can go Harsh Winds. No, not Harsh Winds, Succumb to Cold. I can go Harsh Winds, Feral Mystic. I think that's worth it. Yep, he attacks with everything. That's to be expected. Right. And if you can't block because it has 0 attack. A bit rude. But I'll manage.
Chill before the storm.
I can actually even save the Shen here. That's worth it. Now I don't take any damage. The problem is definitely the fact that now I don't have a board full of Anivias. I have to actually play the game. I'm going to do this, then try to go for the Crystalline Storm Raptor. Maybe clear the opponent's board. Really? Shatter kills the Anivia? Apparently so. I do get one back though. It doesn't matter. I want...
For my homeland.
This attack's fine. I want to release that Anivia or Gen or whatever it is that's in there. So we get the Shen back, we get an Anivia. I can... You know what, let's do this. I was considering if I should save this Shen or not. And I think I need to save that Shen. Even if it's not much, it's an additional unit on board. Slowly and surely, we will win this. Actually, maybe not, because that way I ended up losing an Anivia. 2 Anivias should be more than enough to close out the game. No, I was considering going for the Crystalline Storm Raptor, but I decided against it. I found it to be unnecessary, because I can just do this,
Storm.
then I do this, I save all of my Anivias, and I set up so that next turn I just
There is no
attack into the opponent's
stood.
unit, and while I won't kill the opponent, I'll get very close to it.
And what do you offer?
Footprints here.
5 on this landmark. Maybe I should just wait because that unit's going to have overwhelm. Nah. Let's attack with everything.
Equilibrium.
87 to the opponent, force him to do
They
something.
are under my protection.
Okay, if there is with everything. Let's protect the health totals of the Shens. No reason not to do so. After that, I'm probably going to go for Crystalline Storm Raptor over the Frozen Thrall. There goes my Chain of Anivias. It's fine, we don't need the Chain of Anivias anymore. I can actually kill the Wrath of the Freljord here. I just have to override the Crystalline Storm Raptor with another one of them, another one of itself. Sure, the Chemtex soul procs, but at least the Wrath of the Freljord no longer has regeneration, so it's a bit easier to kill. I'm Fang Wolf. That's fine. Wait, really? That's your attack? I was fully expecting the opponent to attack with everything as a sort of desperation move. Turns out he didn't want to. I guess that would just make it so I win next turn and this prolongs the game. Please, opponents, just let me win. There's no way you're going to achieve victory with only 2 cards in hand, and with me being able to frostbite most of your board every turn. Ooh, he barely survives. Barely. Come on. Just die, opponent. At this point it's more dignifying to accept your death. Once again, the lack of overwhelm is screwing us. If these Shens had overwhelmed, the game would have been over already. I will get overwhelmed on Shen after this encounter. Okay, surely the opponent can't develop enough of a board to survive after or this upcoming attack, unless he just draws everything he needs. Oh, you have Archwinds in your deck too. That's neat. Mine's better though. Actually, let's not block with this Anivia, let's block with this Shen, so that thing dies. And now I can finally close out the game. I didn't even attack properly, this Shen is not supporting anything. Finally. What a grind. I didn't even play the Spirit's Refuge. I hope we'll just restore our health back to full after this encounter. Okay, we'll be one off, but it's fine. Back Mentality, Omen Hawk, Morphflame Color Caprins, sure. Shadow Totem, Dragon Tooth. Doesn't Shadow Totem just make it so we have infinite Anivias? I hope so, because that would be extremely fun. Let's cut a card. Key Guardian cycles, but do we need to cycle through our deck when we can just remove one card permanently? Bone Scryer, on the other hand, is even worse, I think. Yeah, let's cut the Bone Scryer. Now, Age of Dragons. It will be a problem if the Elder Dragon levels up, because we won't have enough health to survive an attack, and our deck is very slow, so it's not like we can afford to... and it's not like we can afford to go long in this fight. So this might just be the end of the run. Well, at the very least we Can go for a bunch of Anivias here.
Rend the skies.
No keywords. So they lost their overwhelm. But they still keep all of their other
For my homeland.
stuff, right?
A world in perfect
So it's
flow.
fine. Or at least I hope it's fine. We're almost leveling up the Anivias. It would be nice if I could frostbite those two before they attack to reduce the chances of them leveling up Elder Dragon. Should I do it? I'm going to do it.
Eternal winter.
Delay the Elder Dragon level up a bit. It's 75, right? Yeah, it's 75. And that's the last dragon he can summon, at least this turn. But it did result in a huge buff to his units. Let's try to mitigate the amount of damage taken. Maybe I shouldn't have done this like this, because now the Anivia doesn't die, or at least this one doesn't die, and I kind of need that one to die. Even was smart enough to not attack this Anivia. Let's go Clash of the Giants, sure. Get some large units.
Snow, wind.
This is fine. It helps get rid of the opponent's managed cheating engine.
As foretold.
It doesn't even bother blocking. Makes sense. Now, next turn, if the opponent goes for an open attack, I die. If he doesn't go for an open attack, I think I win. Let's see if the opponent's smart or not. Okay, he's not smart. He's not that smart. Let's frostbite these two.
Chill before the storm.
We'll frostbite here. And we'll frostbite these two. The opponent's units have a bunch of keywords. Sure enough. But, and it's a big but, now they no longer have enough damage to go ahead and close out the game by leveling up Elder Dragon, the Elder Dragon. They can still kill me with impact though, and I think that's what they're going to do. Yep, they just straight up kill me with impact. Oh, that's a shame. Well, I can still try again. I even have an additional revive actually. I have an additional try after this one. How would things even be better for me? I suppose if you didn't have the dragon that gives all of his units the dragon boons, maybe then I would have been able to win the game. Never mind, I didn't get an Anivia. Never mind, I do get an Anivia.
Here in your time of need.
Okay, he's cycling. No, he's not a cycling.
Skies.
So he just decided to play that for fun. There he is. There's the guy that screwed us last time around.
I
Let's
bring
hope he doesn't do the same thing this time around.
time to reflect.
He might. I don't have a decent way to kill that thing. And he goes for Elder Dragon right away. Well, let's just let the buffs hit everything. And then we frostbite this twice.
This is our time.
And now my Anivia doesn't die, so I don't get more Anivias. But he doesn't attack, okay. That's an upside.
Eternal guardian.
Let's try to bait him into playing something by using the Feral Mystic.
End of this world draws
That's
near.
fine.
Snow, wind, and
Let's
ice.
start chipping away at his health total with these attacks. Okay, we get a bunch of Anivias. Does that help me? Maybe. If I can stall out the next turn, I might be able to pull off the victory with Anivias. Okay, he's disabling two Anivias' keywords. And deals Glacial Storming, so I get even more Anivias. Okay, not even more. I do keep the same amount, basically. Let's do this. Next turn is probably going to start overriding the dragons he has on board. Or he might start overriding the dragons he has on board.
Eternal winter.
And we're going to have to win with the cards we have in hand.
We live in times of wonder.
Let's frostbite here, here. Those are the largest. And I'll frostbite here and here. Hope he doesn't have anything for 6. He probably has.
I have
Okay,
blessed my
at least
life.
that's not a dragon. It appears he has run out of dragons. Well then, let's attack with everything and hope for the best.
Soar.
We are dealing a bunch of damage. Okay, he has spells. And he managed to not die this time. Okay, all of those are large units. We know that for a fact because that's how it works. They're all 6 plus cost flawless. He doesn't commit the Atlantis. He knows that's his win condition. If I do this, doesn't the Elder Dragon just die? Wise Fry, Captain Farron. None of these are relevant. Yep, the Elder Dragon just dies. He goes back to the bench without any of his buffs.
My spirit. Time to
Okay, so he has a bunch of scary units, yes. And he's even giving Elder Dragon freaking Deathless yet again. That's just annoying.
This
Well, at
is
least
our
there's no
time.
way he plays every single card in his hand, right? Okay, that's a huge commitment he's doing right there. Let's frostbite this one and this one.
The chill before the storm.
Frostbite these two as well. How many cards do I have in deck? 21, okay, nice. Let's succumb to cold that one. Ensure that he never has anything he can use to level up the Elder Dragon, because that's how we lose. And now we attack with all of our Anivias. They deal 2, 4, 6, 8 damage no matter what to his Nexus, so he needs to heal at burst speed to win. Okay, he doesn't heal, he accepts defeat. Oh, that was a close one. The extra revise really came in handy. I think I died twice in this adventure. Normally, that doesn't happen. Ooh, what a very good showing of Anivia. I found her to be rather hard on normal adventures because you can't get her down early. But here in this campaign you can just play her on turn 2 or turn 1 and go from there, and that helps the deck a lot. I suppose that makes sense. The deck is based around reaching 10 mana. So you get to 10 mana faster, and that makes the deck better, obviously. So yeah, that will be it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye. Till then.